Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to this week's meeting of the Essex Business Forum. I'm Nathan Squire, I'm your chairman. My job to take you through the agenda, and I'm helped by that by the leadership team. May I ask them to be upstanding and introduce themselves to the meeting, please?
Good morning, I'm Brian, Social Secretary.
Which way are we going, right? I'm definitely going to say. I'm Vincent. I chair the membership committee and I'm also in charge of Bell, Brian.
Pity you didn't stand up earlier, isn't it?
Good morning, guys. Ben, Education Coordinator.
Good morning, Scott, meeting secretary and also the handsome face of live chat.
Handsome, intelligent face.
I'll have that, keep going.
You are.
Thank you all. Please be seated. We have a visitor today, Nicky Robinson. You'll see how difficult it is to control this mob. But that's what I'm supposed to do. But welcome to the meeting. I hope you enjoy it. Right. And with that in mind, let's get on with the meeting. The Performance League is the first part of our meeting. Scott's going to tell us all about it. More carefully.
Yes, so Performance League, our internal measure of contribution. We reset points each month and earn them by doing stuff like turning up, giving and receiving business, converting those opportunities into done deals, or even just commenting on our blog or having a one-to-one. Loads and loads of easy ways to score points. And so far, yeah, really great month for those who are at the top. Benchmark, remember, is 88 points a month is what you should aim to score at least. Almost everybody achieved that this month. But our top few, in third place, 238 points, is myself. 290 points in second place for Mr. Aidan Squire, well done. Winner so far, and of course remember there is this final week left in the month, so it could change, but I doubt it, because 334 points, which is what some people achieve in 6 months instead of just this one, is to Matt, so well done to Matt.
Wow.
So there we go, fairly high scoring round this month. We pass that around to you.
Okay, and Matt, of course, isn't here today. Let's get you making referrals, acknowledging money, and get them done before the end of the month, which leaves you today and tomorrow, so bear that in mind. Okay, next is the education slot.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning, guys. So I just wanted to see to have a chat with you to see if you were actually getting the most out of your networking experience. So, are you one of these who just comes to the meeting and then once the meeting's finished, that is your networking done for the week? Or are you actually putting time into it throughout the week as well to plan and to think about the referrals that you're giving? So for me, I make a lot of notes, and I know a lot of you do as well throughout the meeting, but why not plan your networking meeting? So before you come to the meeting, why don't you actually write down and plan who you want to speak to in the open networking beforehand. If there's a particular member that you want to have a chat with, if there's somebody you want to give a referral to, or you want to ask a question, make sure you've got them in mind that you want to speak to that person. Secondly, when do you plan your 60 seconds? Is it when other people are speaking? Is it before the meeting? Or is it on the way to the meeting? So if you can plan your 60 seconds before you arrive, that way not only will you keep the Mayor of Gants Hill happy, because it will be the 60 seconds time, but also it gives you a chance to then listen to everybody else when they're doing their 60 seconds to make notes for, so make notes on what they are looking for. When somebody does the 10 minutes, have a section of your notepad where you can put notes on the 10-minute presentation, how you can help them, what are they looking for, and who can you refer to them, rather than just listening, to actually think, how can I help this person? And finally, before you come to the meeting, why not take some of these back with you, and fill them in before you arrive. So who have you got a referral for? Who have you had a one-to-one with before the meeting or during that week? Who have you invited along as a visitor? And which members do you need to thank for the business? So be a little bit more prepared, have these already filled out so you can bring them with you. It's just then going to free up your time to do more open networking and listen out to the other members so then you can provide their dream referral. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. What he emphasises there is something that of course is fundamental. We should be thinking and looking out for what other members want, not what we want. And if we all do that, then we all think of each other. So thanks very much, Ben. That's great. Terry is absent today. That doesn't mean there aren't any membership matters, but you won't hear about them until next week. Right. We now move towards the 60-second round. First of all, let me set things round, going around the table. Business card box. Could you make sure that you are adequately represented here? It is getting smaller and smaller. So have a look at that and take out cards, of course, that you need to make referrals. Right. Bubbling away. We'll move on to the 60-second round. Your chance to highlight your business, but only in 60 seconds. Our timekeeper will let you know after you've done 50 seconds and after you've done 60 seconds. And when you hear the 60-second bell, sign off and sit down. That sometimes falls on deaf ears, but I'm sure you're all listening. John Hammond won the Oscar last week, but he's not here, so Fran is standing in. Thank you very much. She will be listening out for warning the Oscar at the end of the round. Right, so let's, without more ado, get on with the 60-second round. Fran will go first, so if you can listen carefully, and she'll be followed by John.
Didn't know that.
Over and done with.
Good morning, I'm Fran from HS Estate Agents, down by Brentford Station. This morning I want to talk about relationships. So for us, when we're working with our clients, we are building up a relationship from the beginning, when the valuation starts, right to the end of the process where we hand over the keys to a client. And during that time, it's very, very pressurised. It's very, it's all about communication. So we look to build up a really good relationship, and that pays off. This week, well actually yesterday, I had a call from a client that I sold a house about 10, 11 years ago, and she's going through a divorce, so every time I see her she would cry. And so I've been the shoulder that she would cry on. And we've always kept in touch. She actually moved into a house that we found her, and then she moved down to Brentwood, and she got married up north. She phoned me yesterday and she said, Fran, I'd like you to rent out my 2-bedroom flat and manage it for me. My daughter's moving out of Brentwood and we managed. So that was a success story.
Well done. Thank you, Fran. John Freeman next, followed by Mike Skinner.
Thanks, Aidan. My name's John from the One Stop Property Shop. Everyone else knows what I do. I paint walls and fix things, do tiling, carpentry, general building and home repairs. Also at the office as well. We do a bedroom this week, very nice corners, new skirting boards, new joists and new carpet. So and the carpet arrives at about 8 o'clock this morning. So I will be leaving early, unfortunately. My apologies. I won't get to say goodbye after. So yes, that's John from the One Stop Property Shop. With groups handyman paint decorating. Thank you.
Thanks very much, John. Mike, you're followed by James.
Good morning, everybody. Apologies, missed a couple of weeks, but I've just had a little bit of a busy period, and I just want to say that a lot of that has been due to referrals that have come through this group in one way or other, so I'm very grateful for that, wherever they come from. So, I'm Mike, I run Black Multimedia, and I provide videography, photography and drone content for businesses and events. So who am I looking for on referrals? Any business that's online is a good starting place. There's more than that, but from small independent barbers, restaurants looking for some simple photos for their website, to mid-sized companies looking to put out video advertising on social media, to larger companies looking for conferences filming or internal training films. Sport and creative types that might want to share their knowledge through tutorial videos, builders, landscapers, developers who want their projects captured from start to finish. So if you could keep your ears open for anyone looking to improve the quality of their online content or wants something a little bit different creative, it's Mike from Black Multimedia.
Thank you, Mike. James, you're followed by Ben.
Hi all, James from RMK Insurance. Some new initiatives introduced soon, got to get business cards so all at the same time. Liability led risks, scaffolders, roofers, builders, that kind of stuff. I'm going to bang on about them again. Usually I'm gloating about saving people money. Yesterday I cost someone up to 1,500 quid. He got a cheaper quote elsewhere and the cover looked okay. They didn't trust the broker that he'd been speaking to because they said, well, it's split between this insurer, it's split between that insurer, you'll get your documents in a couple of weeks, and he went, I just don't know that's it. So, can I pay you £1,500 more and you do your policy, please? Which is wonderful, which is exactly what we're trying to do, which is why we've walked them through it. So, anybody like that wants to understand their own insurance a little bit more, I'm there for them. In addition, we're now doing a product that's got a health and safety exec review. I've mentioned they're not good at insurance. If they're not good at insurance, they're not good at all the paperwork that goes with it behind the scenes. We had a couple recently that have risked a fine because they haven't had the documents in the right place at the right time, signed by the right people. Our product now has someone sit them down and go through everything they need, so it's in the right place at the right time, signed by the right people, and can be produced for the right people. So, liability-led, scaffolders, roofers, builders, send them my way. I might not save them money, but they'll be able to sleep at night. How can I?
On my notes I've just written deaf. So. Thanks, James. Ben, you're followed by Brian.
Good morning, guys. Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. Now, what can you get for £67? Maybe it's a takeaway to the family. Maybe it's your children's music lessons. Maybe it's your health and beauty subscription. Well, from April the 1st, you will have to find an extra £67 to go towards your energy. Because even though the cap is staying the same for now, the government's help is stopping. For most of us, that will mean cutting back on something we enjoy. However, I can really help people to get the cheapest energy available in the UK, great discounts on bundling our broadband, mobile and boiler cover, and that's why we've continued our bill-busting boost with free money off your bill, plus cash back on all your shopping to save even more. So, this week I'm looking to help people to save money with the UK's cheapest, the UK's most awarded, and the UK's most trusted utility company. That's Ben Golding, Utility Warehouse.
Very good. Thank you. 9 seconds. He didn't want better, he just wanted to see if he could do it at the right time this week.
What was it?
58 seconds. Very good.
Literally. Sorry, just my teeth. Right, next is Brian, and he's followed by Mike.
Good morning, everybody. Brian Pitcher, therapist, therapy. Last week at Synergy, we were talking about price and value. It got me thinking, many years ago, I saw a client who was in his 50s, got a new job, 40% increase in his salary, that his office would be on the 11th floor retire block. But he knew he had phobia about lifts, he thought, well, once a day I can manage those things. But frequently he had to go out and see clients, sometimes twice a day, and on Friday we set them up with the other guys for a pint. But over the months, those stairs took a toll. He came to me and he said, unless I can get rid of this phobia, I'm going to have to pack this job in. Well, he got rid of the phobia and he said to me, what I pay is nothing because what I've got, he said, the worth of what you've done has meant thousands and thousands to me. So I know from that day I'm concentrating on worth for my clients. What's it worth for a lady got rid of agoraphobia, she could leave her house? The man who can fly and take his family on holiday, but the lady who can drive and can visit her daughter in Colchester. So I now concentrate on worth, and I believe today I am worthy of your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brian. Mike, you're followed by Vincent.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike, Group IT Professional. Today I want to give you 3 advice about Wi-Fi in your home. I was recently asked by my good friend Nick to advise him on poor Wi-Fi in his house. What home consumers are not really my market. I know the answer to Nick's problem because I had exactly the same problem with my house 5 years ago. My house is probably a bit older than Nick's. It was built in the 1920s and has 9-inch solid brick walls throughout. And Wi-Fi therefore is very poor. So if I can find a solution that works for my house, it will probably work for yours. I tried loads of different options to secure decent coverage and eventually came across BT Whole Home Wi-Fi. It comes with 3 discs, all linked together wirelessly, and a free app for setting it all up. It cost me £300 5 years ago, but it's currently selling on the BT website for £130. Now I'm not the biggest fan of BT, and obviously they don't need my referrals. I'm a great fan of their whole home Wi-Fi, because it does exactly what it says on the tin. It works, and it's easy to set up. So if you want more information, let me know, and I'll email you the broker. That's Mike from SAC.
Thank you, Mike. Vincent, get rid of your frustration by standing up and speaking.
Well, all business and speakers. I've been asked some really stupid questions over the years in my shop. And sometimes I wonder which part of that huge sign that says speaker in they're not getting. Is there a builder's merchant around here? Yes, Arnold's up the road. Do they sell scrapers? So you don't do international phone calls then? Do you sell hinges? How much are your sofas? Do you re-ink cartridges? No, you need cartridge welder just over there. So you don't do cartridges then? No. Do you know how much they charge? Where can I buy some string? I don't know, have you tried a string shop? Can you write me an invoice for these business cards that I have printed elsewhere? Can I use your toilet? My hemorrhoids have just That was like Pulp Fiction moment. And literally, yes, they do sell carpets. Now, when I'm asked questions regarding printing, I give my time and my advice and my suggestions.
What you've got to realise, he can always give you that again. Right, come to order. Next one is Nick Cook, and he's followed by Stuart.
Good morning, my name's Nick, I'm a structural engineer. Interesting story in the paper last week about a couple who owned a house in a village near called Hemsley in Norfolk. This was featured in the paper a couple of years ago. As a result of freak storms, the cliff face below the house they were living in had eroded prematurely, and very soon the bungalow, I'm not sure what it was so close to the edge of the cliff it had to be demolished. The story reads that the owners, they put a claim in to the insurers for the loss, and they haven't received a penny. That's 4 years later. Now, I'm not the insurance guy. James here is the insurance guy. I'm just a structural engineer, but I'm pretty sure I know why insurers weren't terribly interested in the claim, because a house falling off a cliff isn't listed in the policy. But if you know anyone who's got a house, who's seen a house they want to buy, there's a risk of it having a few problems, do give them my number. I'll be happy to talk to them about how best I can help them. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Stuart, you're followed by Toby.
Who's next?
Stuart.
I started with it.
Good morning, Stuart from LG Networks. We provide telephone and internet services for businesses. As you can imagine, there's not many things that businesses can't function at all without. Obviously, we need the premises, we need our lights and our electricity working, but beyond that, the probably next thing we need is an internet service. It's critical to what most businesses are running. We provide all types of different internet services for all types of different businesses. We can start with a basic broadband service. We can provide a fibre to the cabinet service. We can provide a fibre to the premises service. If you're in the middle of nowhere, we can provide a 4 or 5G service. If you need high speed and you're in the middle of nowhere, we can provide a wireless service, beam it straight into your office. We can also provide the gold standard, which is a dedicated fibre optically. So all businesses need internet and businesses rely on internet. If you know of any businesses that are struggling, then please put me in touch with me. My name is Stuart. I'm at LG Networks.
Thank you, Stuart. Toby, you're followed by Leanne.
Good morning, everybody. Toby Acton. I'm going to talk about motivational maps again this morning. Conversation I had with somebody the other day. They thought that all I did was help people to improve motivation. Whilst that's important for productivity, there's lots of other things. We help people to make better and quicker decisions through motivational mapping. Improve soft skills, leadership, having a positive influence on others, better communication, understanding conflicts if there's a toxic atmosphere, common team purpose, better engagement within the team, recruitment and retention we can help with, and reward strategies. So loads of potential benefits from motivational map. It's not just about improving motivation. That's Toby Acton, pole position business solutions, driving your team forward, keeping them on track and putting them in a winning position.
Oh.
Thank you, right, Leanne, you're next, followed by Scott.
Good morning, everyone. Leanne from Brooklyn Interiors. I'm an interior designer, and my goal is to help my clients transform their homes into functional and beautiful living spaces. Now, I offer many services to my clients for designing their rooms, and one of them, to help them visualise my vision for their room, is I put together ideas boards. It's a wonderfully printed ideas, by the way. And so I explain the sort of material I'm going to use, the ideas that I'm going to put together for them, and then from there we can work out what they like. This is just one of the ways that I work with my clients to understand what they like, what they're looking for, and to give them the room that they really want. So that's Leanne Brooklyn Interiors.
Thank you, Leanne. Scott, you're next, followed by Jen.
So my continued drive to get you guys thinking more about live chat. We can talk some more about the new solution we put in place on the EBS site and how it can work for you. So think triggers and actions. So if a customer is browsing your site and they happen to come across your page, let's use Toby as an example, the first page they land on is on motivational maps. So you've probably got some questions ready that you would ask someone who's come straight into that service. So you can program the system to do that, armed and ready, knowing where that person is in your business and the things you want to ask them. Stu, if they've landed on the leased lines page, you will obviously have some important tidbits or some things that you would like that customer to do. You can arm and build your system ready to do those things. So if there are key actions and drivers in your business based around where someone's arrived from, what page they're looking at, what they're doing on your site, you can turn that conversion machine to really make it work for you. Brilliant. If you're interested, just give me a shout, I'll show you how it works.
Scott. Okay. You all will be followed by Tina.
Hello everybody, the English Cream Tea Company is already gearing up for the coronation. Tomorrow we're delivering our first coronation hamper. That seemed a little previous. And we've also got our tea room open for Sunday the 7th of May for a full-on coronation afternoon tea. So our hampers are going all out patriotic, but we've run into a glitch. So there's obviously this coronation chicken in there, and there's roast beef and horseradish and all sorts of goodies. But this was one of the things that we put in. Delicious shortbread, HRHs. Some of you already know. We've had it pointed out to us, this is a big error. Anybody care to suggest why we made a big mistake? It should not be HRH. That only applies to princes. Apparently, we should have done HM, His Majesty. But you only get 2 shortbreads that way. Rather, we made a slight error and gave you 3. I thank you.
Right, good, thank you. Thanks, Jane. Tina, you're followed by me, and I will be followed by Paul.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tina, and my company's called Liberty Executive Services. I offer secretarial and admin service. This week, I was invited down to I360 to have a look around the event and the big circular thing that goes round and round and round. But I've noticed as well what they offer is a climbing up the inside to the top, have a walk around the glass dome, and then drop from the outside. So if you know anybody who'd like to do some team building with their staff, or even just get together, I'll be happy to give them advice. And yeah, I stayed inside, I didn't go out. But it's really good. And yeah, so if you know anybody that wants to take their staff out, or actually their friends, have a oh.
What about the Brian organising it as a social event?
That'd be good, quite good, wouldn't it? Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll pass the details over. And yeah, that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services.
Good to see that. We're also getting the wonderful world of Chessington as well. I think we'll do like that. Oh, right. Aidan Squire from TM Law. Long-term sickness is one of the trickier issues that employers have to come across. And as usual, it's the contract of employment that is at the heart of resolving the problems. There should be a clause in the contract allowing the employer to get the employee to see its doctor so that a proper evaluation can be made. There should be a discretion over whether sickness pay is made. An employer still cannot terminate the contract without medical evidence that the employee cannot fulfil his contractual obligations. So that and beware of discrimination makes it a complete minefield. Yesterday, I got a new instruction from an employer whose employee was sick but wanted to be at work, and he wanted to make them take time off with sick pay. So sometimes this job can be rewarding. Even Squire TM Law. Paul.
I'm Paul Booth from Burton Co. Chartered Certified Accountants based in Brentwood. A couple of things we've done this week is capital gains tax declarations on sale of residential properties. So if you sell a residential property and there's a capital gains tax liability, you have to submit an online return and make payment to HMRC within 60 days or 2 months. So people have to have HMRC government gateway accounts, and normally they ask us to do it for them. If the property's in joint names, sometimes 3 or 4 people, you have to actually make that number of declarations for those individual people. So yeah, if you know anyone who has or about to sell a residential property and you think there might be a capital gains tax liability, please put them our way. It's called Booth & Co. Minimise tax.
Thank you, Paul. That's all of the contributions of the members. Only one person left. Vicky, give us 60 seconds.
Hello everyone, I'm Nikki from Holistic Care, and I've been a physiotherapist for 30 years. We help people who are living with pain, tension, inflammation, anxiety, and they don't have to. So we get people from here back to here. So I'm looking for anybody in your life who's moaning. So, you know when every time they get up they go, oh, or they sit there and they go, oh yeah, I'm okay. Or they get really grumpy because they can't go down the gym because they've got a niggle. Oh, they're all the people that are really winding you up every day. Send them to us. We can help them, but we can also help you because you won't have to get close with them anymore. So all new patients start off with a free Zoom call with me, and that allows me to get all the information about you, explain what we do, answer any questions, and then decide if we're the right fit for you. Do you want to come for treatment? So if you know anybody or you yourself would like to take advantage of that, you can send a list round. If you want to have a free Zoom call, just sign it. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Nikki. Yeah, please do send that around if anybody's interested. Before I bring this round formally to an end and we get the Oscar awarded, next week, as well as the award of the Oscar, there will be an award from Vincent, and he will award it to the person who got closest to 1 minute in the 60-second round.
It's closest without going over.
Closest without going over.
About 10-second minute.
No, you give the warning, people should, same thing, but it looks as if, despite the warnings, nobody's doing it at the moment, so let's see if we can do it with the warning. Right, tell us about the Oscar.
Okay, so I always like to hear Brian's stories. I think they're very informative because they're real. Vincent was very funny, very entertaining, as he normally is, so I liked it a lot. But for enthusiasm, informative, the timing was brilliant. I think it has to go to
And for the alliteration as well, we might say. Right. That is the end of the 60-second round. Thank you, Fran, for doing that. Well done. Well done, Ben. Thank you. We move on. I do this every week, and I still don't get my prompt. Scott, you're next to the meeting secretary's report.
I'm not standing up. My back hurts too much.
Yeah.
Nothing to say to me.
If I can do it.
I know you were saying about people who know.
Us three.
Actually, Mike Rogers isn't here today. They've had a real field day with Mike. Okay, we're approaching the 10-minute presentation. Ben, give us a quick rundown on the coming weeks, please.
Upcoming speakers. Well, where we go? Before today's speaker comes on, then there was a bit of a swap round. So next week, on the 6th of April, Vince will be doing the 10-minute presentation of the. Yeah, I've already got your bio sheet as well. And Scott will be doing the education slot next week. 13th, hopefully Howard, I shall be speaking to him to double check that he's okay to be coming back there, and Paul will be doing the education slot that day. On to the 20th, Fran will be giving us her first 10-minute presentation, and I'll be doing the education slot that day. And finally, on the 27th now, just for round as well, Rosemary will be doing her 10 minutes then, and Stuart will be doing the education slot then. That was the 27th. There. So if you can't do your 10 minutes for whatever reason, please try and let me know in advance, rather than the day before if possible, so we can do our best to swap things around. When it is your turn to do the 10 minutes, please go to the EBF website, download the bio sheet, and get it to me a day or two, or bring it with you to the meeting, which is what today's speaker did. And for this, I'm going to hand over to Aidan.
It is my honour to introduce the next speaker. The business name is Utility Warehouse, and his position in the company is group leader. The nature of the business is helping people save money, get out of debt, and live a dream lifestyle. It operates in UK, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. And something that winds him up is rude and obnoxious people. How to relax, wine and morphine at the moment. Never thought of that mixture. I'll try it.
Very good.
Centred on his headstone is a Ouija board so that he can keep in touch. And adding his own, I'm part of a Guinness World Record holding. Your homework this week is to find out what it's for. There you go. Entries on your comments on the blog if you really feel up to it.
See if you can find out why I'm a Guinness World Record holder.
Yes. Right, okay, so Ben, over to you.
Thank you very much, Aidan. Well, yeah, good morning, guys, again. Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. Now, most of you know that my background is that I'm a singer. Hi, John. Knock that off the time. Yeah.
His strategy was he was going to leave as soon as Ben started.
Yeah. So most of you know that my background is a singer, and I've been quite lucky enough to have a good career in the entertainment world. So I've sung in the West End, my last show was Joseph, been on cruise ships, had a song on the dance charts, but the downside of being in the entertainment world is it's a bit like Frank Sinatra song where you're riding high in April and then you're shot down in May. 1 minute you're living life, loving life, living your dream. Next day you're putting pumps behind the bar because you haven't got enough money coming in to pay the bills. So over 10 years ago I found UW and it's really been a godsend because obviously even when we came to the pandemic, when the entertainment world stops, because of the residual income that's been built up, I now have the peace of mind knowing that the mortgage, the bills, and my wine bill is covered. And that's probably the biggest one of all. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about who we are and what we do. So we're people that want more free time more flexibility, more life experiences, more income. Now, a lot of people are struggling at the moment, or maybe a little bit like me that wanted a little bit more security. So I'm now going to hand over to our company ambassador, Ben Fogel, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the services UW offers. So, let me just go back and try that again.
It's never used to open with Joanna Lump.
No,
I'll tell you what.
it doesn't like it.
Just be quiet and we can hear it.
Can you read the subtitles from there?
If you get out of the way.
I'm gonna do this one. What is this?
Just keep pressing it, it'll work eventually.
That's what I thought.
Turn it off and turn it on.
Yes. That's the
I'll just turn it
Send
on.
your invoice for that.
yeah. No, it's because it's connected to this one. Oh well, you'll have to read it. I could read it out for you, really, couldn't I? Yeah, it's so the whole thing that matter the most. With UW, you can use your UW cashback card for savings that come straight off your bill. That's all your home services on one single monthly bill, saving you money and time, freeing you up for the more important things in life. I could have just done that in the first place, really, couldn't I? No, I know. I was speaking work yesterday, so I'm not very happy it didn't. So they're about the services that we offer. For those that missed it, we offer gas, electricity, home phone, broadband, mobile phone, and boiler cover. So we really have those essential home services. But Britain's Best Bundles just got a boost because we have the cheapest energy available in the UK. Now, there's literally high demand and low competition right now. And when people bundle our mobiles and our broadband and the boiler cover together, they're going to save even more. Plus our bill busting boost of £150 is still available when homeowners take 3 or more services. 2 or more, they still get 75. But we have a flash offer that's on only till this weekend, till the end of play tomorrow. Customers, new and existing, that add their boiler cover will now get till the end of play tomorrow, £50 knocked off their next bill. So we have a flash sale, which we've never done before. But with UW, you are in safe hands. We're a FTSE 250 company, which means we're one of the top 350 companies in the UK today. We're the UK's only genuine multi-service provider. We're helping our customers to go green as well, so we're trying to save the planet as well as save people money. And slightly out of date now, because we're pushing towards 1 million homes that we've saved time and money. Now, it's not just me telling you how good we are. We've got lots of awards. We've had over 70 in the last 10 years. Most recent ones are the U-Switch for our energy, for most likely to be recommended, best rewards and best customer service. And our Wi-Fi has got the Which Best Buy as well. Now, we did win another award last week. We actually won for the 2nd year running PLC Company of the Year. So we're very proud of that. Now, thousands are joining us every week. There's a lot of things that are in the headlines right now, with people really struggling, but we can really help them. And as you can see by some of these headlines here, so Telecom Plus, which is our name that's on the stock exchange, surges as consumers flock to bundle utility deals. From the Financial Times, you have the Times, you have This Is Money, lots of accolades that are really helping us. But lots of people are making that extra income by recommending the services. And this is the side that really excites me the most. Now, I'm not going to play this one, because I want you to have a think of what's important to you, or maybe important to people that you know. Maybe they want to boost their income, maybe they're struggling a little bit. Maybe it's because they haven't got that work-life balance, so they can choose when they want to work. Obviously, that's been very apparent for me over the last couple of months, having an operation. Sometimes you need to take a bit of time off. But having the peace of mind and security, knowing that you've got that income coming in, is such a weight off your mind. You can beat the cost of living squeeze. Like I say, everybody is struggling right now. Everyone's been affected. Doesn't matter whether you're a high earner or a low income family. Everybody has been affected by this cost of living crisis. Maybe it's the holidays and rewards. Maybe it's a little bit of extra sort of fun things for your life. And a bit like me, for planning for retirement. Because you certainly don't get a pension in the entertainment world. So for me, this was my pension, to make sure that I get looked after a bit later on in life. Now, lots of people do their business for their own reasons. Sometimes it's more family, sometimes it's the more income, but it's the choices that this business can offer. Having that extra few £100 a month, maybe a few £1,000 a month, can make all the difference. Because we earn by helping people to save money when they turn their heating on, when they turn the lights on, when they go online, and when they take our boiler cover. So a little quick survey here. Can you put your hands up in the room? In the last 24 hours, have you made a phone call? Put your hands up. Put your hands up if you've been online. Has the heating clicked on? Had a shower? Yeah, I'm just glad that you had to stay up for that, to be fair, but just to show you that these are essential services that, along with air and water, we simply cannot live without them. And we simply share the good news. We share the good news with people that we know and we meet. Now, through referrals and networking, and this is why networking is so important to me, because apart from having our branding campaign, where people are starting to see the Build Your Bundle all over the UK, we rely heavily on word of mouth recommendation. So this is why networking is passionate to me, because I want to flourish and help other people through networking and through social media. And we support people every step of the way. Now, you might think that we've cleared up. Well, we have. We've got a whopping 3% of the market, which means that if you lined 100 people up, only 3 of them have even heard of us yet. So the opportunity right now is huge. So just have a quick think, what might be for you or someone you know? Maybe that's an extra couple of £100 a month, maybe it's a couple of £1,000 a month, or maybe it's some life-changing money of 5,000 plus every month on top of what you're currently earning for your job or business, what that could mean for your life. And we don't pluck these figures out of thin air. There's lots of people within my team that are earning this plus every single month. Because we get that long-term security, as well as earning that income, maybe just introducing one household a week could be earning you an extra £1,400 a month. We get ongoing security because we earn a share of the customers that we introduce plus our team introduce. So it's in moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So if people are looking at the at UW, you've got 3 choices. 1, do nothing. If you do nothing, nothing's going to happen. 2, you can become a UW customer and save yourself potentially hundreds of pounds every single year. Or you can take your life back and become a UW partner. And if that's one for somebody that you know that I'll be looking after them every step of the way. But for now, thank you for listening. I've got 10 seconds left. Considering I didn't time it yesterday, but oh, that's all right. Thank you. Blooming speaker.
Questions? Now you can see them. Any questions? So comprehensive was the. All I want to know is that if anything else you can think of for next week, beginning with B, we've got the 2
Bill, Busting Boost, and Ben and Ben. Although we do have a little bit of good news, it's not official yet. It is rumoured that come August, well, autumn time, energy is probably going to be coming down. there, which is real good news, because it's not official yet, but we have been told that obviously in autumn these prices will start coming down over the top now, and start getting us a little bit more back to how we were, which is going to make things much easier. So watch this space on that, and I'll keep you posted as soon as I know.
I mean, on that point, actually, a lot of people worry about whether they should be fixing into a tariff or kind of stay on like the variable rate,
Yeah.
for that phrase. What is the current?
Well, currently there's only one fixed rate out there, which everyone, including Martin Lewis, has advised do not touch, because that is over what the cap is right now. If the prices do come down as predicted, you're going to be tied into this fix for at least 12 months, and the get-out clause is £120 to come out, so you're going to be paying more. So you might save for the first 3 months, then you're going to be paying way more. So at the moment, I would say until we know what's going on and it comes down, don't fix. There.
Yeah, can I just ask you to explain in simple terms why gas and electric has shot up so much?
Lots of reasons. Yeah, there are lots of reasons. One, you can pick them out of a hat why people have been blamed why it's gone up. They blame the war over in the Ukraine. It's the prices, the coming out of the EU. Literally, all of these are multiple things. Another reason why they have gone up is because of these energy companies that got bought out a couple of years ago, where, not being funny, anybody could open up an energy company from their garage if they wanted to, and call themselves an energy company. They came out and offering ridiculously low prices, way under the wholesale price, and because now they've all gone bust. They've all gone, and we are now paying for that. That's another reason why these prices are coming up and why the standing charge is jumping through the roof. Is a mixture of reasons for that, but I'd probably say that's got a massive influence on it with these other companies that came out that were just unsustainable and weren't right for. And now the rules have changed, so you can't do that.
What's your residual income?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is good, but at the same time, if people are going to come down, it's going to grow your business even more.
I mean, on that point, I mean, we're not likely to get back to where we. I mean,
No.
these things happen, the habit of going up and then just coming down.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, they go up 10 and come down 2, right?
Yes.
It's
It's never going to be back what it was. I mean, when I first started the business, it was like 9p a kilowatt or something. So now it's like 30 or something. It is. So it's never going to get back down to about what it was, but it is going to get over, as Boris used to say, over the peak. Then the final one.
What percentage of gas do we get from Russia?
No idea. To be fair, it's absolutely no idea.
No, this is the thing is special because that does determine price, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
a factor in price.
Yeah, and the honest answer, haven't got a clue.
Ben Fogel.
Yeah, I'll text it.
I'll hear him.
Yeah, you won't hear him. Yeah. But no, good question. Don't know. Okay. It's the honest one.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's tiny, I think something like 5%.
It is. It's not huge. Yeah, I know it's not huge, but I don't know these.
The pipes aren't working, are they?
No.
They blew them up.
Yeah.
Sorry, they didn't blow them up.
Allegedly. Right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Right, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we should get a runner, shouldn't we?
Paul's gonna take over for me.
Ben's got a runner.
Thank you very much.
Ryan. 4%.
Oh, 4%. Yeah.
Right.
What's your stance on Ukraine politics?
Okay, come forward, chaps. Referrals and testimonials. Paul, if you're going to do the running, start with you. Were you standing in the video?
Yeah, well done Ben, then, as
Thank
always,
you.
excellent and really good. Been with you for a few years now, always excellent. Thank you. Welcome Vicky as well, as you come along and enjoy. As a referral for James, who talked about, and 3, thanks for the money from Scott. Thank you, a couple for ex-members and the meeting.
Thank you, Ben, for your red sort of small down for that as well. I thought one of the great things I think that you get if you've got a Ben is that when all that proverbial hit the fan last year or the year before it was, Ben was actually able to sit down with you and talk to you and say, okay, this is the best thing that we can do. And you don't get that with the likes of British Gas or E.ON or whatever. That's fantastic. Thank you, Ben. I had a one-to-one with Howard. I haven't seen Howard for a long time, so we thought we'd make a point of meeting up last week, which we did, which was very pleasant. I've got a referral from Toby. He's going to come in and do his mind mapping with our team.
Thank you very much, Ben. Ben Fogel actually has a famous mother. Does anyone know who that is?
I haven't got a clue.
She is Julia Foster, who was Tommy Steele's girlfriend in Half a Sisters. Yeah, from what you know, not who you know. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome, Nikki. Nice to see you again. We networked together in the same group for quite a few years. And I went to a networking event on Tuesday, I think it was, and met a few people. Of course, I spoke about my business for a bit, but I also pushed EBF as well. And one of them is coming on week after next. It's all confirmed, isn't it? Exactly. Well done.
Well done.
Great meeting as always, Ben. Very well presented, 10 minutes of course, and your slot. And good to see you, Nikki. You know, when you pass that bit of paper around, I got a twinge in my shoulder just as I passed it. It's not heavy, but I'll see how I get on. Mike Hill. I'll have a referral from Mike Hickson, as you mentioned earlier. We're going to give you some sound advice. Sound advice on Wi-Fi. Yeah. See you all next week, hopefully.
Excellent presentation, very well done. And the performance is 4%.
4%. I knew it was very small, but
I attended a synergy meeting last week with Jane, and she'll tell us, I'm sure, more about it later. Thank you. Good meeting.
Well done, Ben. Professional and clear as always. Enjoyed it. I've got a one-to-one with Nick to start the meeting. So, Nick, and welcome, Nicky.
Yeah, the meeting as always, a couple of referrals both for Vince, spoken about.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we still need to catch up, don't we? Yeah. We only spend an hour in the car every and just one point, if you have a house that's going to fall off a cliff, can you go and see the Chubby Opera singer, not the Chubby Insurance Broker?
Thank you very much for welcoming me. It's lovely to see everybody. Thank you to Toby for inviting me, but also for Jane, who invited me years ago. I'm very sorry it's taken me this long. And then I'm a UW customer, so thank you for making things clear, and I like the extra things that they keep adding in as incentives. It's always good to hear about that. And Stuart, I wish I'd met you a few weeks ago, because literally yesterday I switched business internet provider, and I'm tied in for 3 years, and I'm really cross.
It's away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent presentation, as always. Strange referral this one. Very long-standing client of mine wanted some shit video produced. So it's Euroloop. They need a load of shit video. I said, I know just the guy. John Freeman has left, but he's going to do a bedroom for my mum. And this one is from Matt to me. Matt's not here. He's introduced me to Vodafone, so that's a bit fun.
I think Mike is a job for the drone.
I was going to bring back smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a referral for Rosemary, but she's not here, so I'll be in touch with her during the week. Attended Jane's wonderful synergy team meeting. Very interesting, very useful, and as always, she does a comprehensive note and sends it round afterwards, which is absolutely great. So thank you all for a good meeting today.
Oh, thank you for your kind words. It was kind of last minute, just like to finish with Rosemary, and I want to say, which I did have a quick one-to-one with Rosemary before she became ill to talk about her 10 minutes, but we'll be getting that back in again. Toby, can we have a quick chat? Because we need to sort of talk about the motivational mapping as well. And Nikki, good to meet you as well. And then from the weekend, I'm on holiday. So I'm off to Crete at the weekend. So say again. No skiing. No, I'm going to be sitting by the pool doing nothing. Although I will be working, so if anybody needs me, I will have my laptop with me and everything while I'm there. But
while you're standing,
yeah.
Did anyone get a picture today, like I asked last week for the meeting? Someone down there, take a picture of him while he stood up for 10 minutes, if you would be so kind.
Oh, with the... Okay, there you go. Thank you very much.
Second your way.
I was going to yeah, second one then. Yeah, so I'll see you hopefully with a tan next time as well.
Well, I'm Ben. See, Martin, thanks for speaking today.
I know.
Yeah, and I've been with UW for a year and a half, so now, yeah, I think they're brilliant and recommended them to loads of people. Welcome to Nikki, and I'll put my name down for aches and pains to discuss. Got a shoot with Leanne a little bit later on today, and I just wanted to say thank you as well to Rosemary, who's not here. I booked 3 flights with her this week, which when I looked them up independently were £3,300, and she got it down to 2,136. So that's not bad. That's a difference in.
Mike, you look like a Cornish fisherman today.
That's where I'm off to next.
10 minutes there, very informative. That was your 60 seconds. Nikki, nice to meet you today. No aches and pains, so yeah, very nice.
Nice to meet you, Nikki. Great presentation, thank you very much. And thanks, Vince, for doing my thinking today. Brilliant. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.
So Ben, you are an ambassador for UW, I mean in every sense. And you're an ambassador for eloquence and inspiration and for bravery.
Oh, thank you very much.
Take my hat off to you. That was great. I really enjoyed today's meeting. I enjoy all the meetings, Nikki. Even if it is an early start, I always come out beaming and laughing, and it's full of camaraderie and business, both of which are very important. One alone is not enough. This was to John Freeman. He's done a runner. That was for a hamper I delivered to him. This was for the Synergy Group. If you want me to talk about it, I will, but everybody, I think, should have received the meeting right up of it. And it was, as usual, full of enlightenment and interest, and it was about customers' needs and what the internet said they were versus what we thought they were. Not quite the same. Thank you.
Yeah, great meeting, fantastic. Excellent. And 10 minutes. Ben, because you did the escort, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
I remember what it was, but-
Is that good?
I've been with UW for many years. Actually, we became a partner some years back. But I think they've really come into their own with not only the lowest rates, but also the ability to help people with the cost of living and help them make money. Welcome, Nikki. I've known Nikki for several years. You asked for any of us had like a pain in the neck. I've got one. You treated her last year already. She did. She helped Donna with headaches last year. She fixed my left shoulder last year, and she's currently working on my right shoulder. But yeah, Nikki's really good at what she does. I've got I'll put down for the 3 visitors that I've had come this one. And also thank you for the money for ex-member Rupert. It's actually, Rupert put me in touch with somebody who put me in touch with somebody else who just paid me a nice chunk of money. So that was very nice for the ex-member.
Very good. Thanks, got Ben, and 10 minutes. That's all notice as well.
Yeah.
Should pass that over to Brian, please. Well, we'll be happy to see you again, and I'll see you all next week.
Right. Thanks very much for doing the running.
Yeah, thank you.
Whilst we've got Ben here, if you'd like to do over me to do the necessary with the.
Oh, we're both as bad as each other today.
You got very similar albums, haven't you?
Tight psoas.
What?
Tight psoas. Both of them. Can you see that?
You've got tight psoas.
Both of them.
Yeah. You need to lie on the tennis ball.
Yeah.
So it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So today's bottle winner, Stuart.
Right. Thank you all for attending. As always, I throw over before we finish and go our separate ways. I throw it over to Ben.
Yeah, can I just ask a favour for any of those that are friends with me on social media, especially Facebook? I don't know if some of you have seen, but unfortunately I've got a very good friend who's gone missing. Been missing since Saturday. The police have now got divers out and everything like that. On my page, there's Facebook page, there is something there that's showing the photos and the police things as well. If you wouldn't mind sharing it for me, I would be most appreciated, because we want to try and find poor Evan as soon as possible, but it doesn't look good at the moment. But the police have said if we can get this shared nationwide, then it would just be help. So if you could do that, that would be most appreciated.
And put the link on our WhatsApp as well.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Is anybody else wanting to make a
Brian, are
contribution?
you going to say something?
No.
Not about the
No.
the summer event. Maybe he is.
Just want to put in the diary that 3J is a garden party. It's in June. End of June, July.
Yes.
The last Saturday or Sunday depends on which is going to be people. So just learn in your diary that do please bear it in mind. I've had a look at the menu. It's an absolute feast for an absolute giveaway of £25 a head. Need a minimum of 20 people to make it worthwhile. As we get a little closer to the time, more information.
Would that be the 29th of July, Nick's birthday?
So that was.
Would that be the 29th of July?
I expect so.
That is Nick's birthday.
It's Nick's birthday.
Whole Jane should have bothered.
Yeah.
So 29th or 30th, and partners are invited, families are invited.
That's right.
Is it a big birthday? Every birthday that you reach at our age is a big birthday.
Oh, well, if lots of people are away, we could
Right, well, I'm sure we'll get that sorted out in the next couple of months. Thank you all for coming and making, as always, an entertaining and enlightening meeting. I can't send you out to sunshine, but it looks dry at the moment, it's certainly warm, so I'll send you on your way with the wish that you all return next week and get those who didn't come this week to come next week as well. That's me, Aidan Spire, saying goodbye and see you all next week.